The pictures that are being flashed on the screen is from a 2022 game, I believe, called BONELAB. So, BONELAB is one of those first-person shooters. It's pretty bizarre, but we will be talking about what makes this game so eerie. If you haven't played it, it's made by a company called Stress Level Zero. Let's get to the video. I am Mongos. Like and subscribe. I will be splitting these into categories so I don't confuse y'all, but yeah. So this is my first really long form video where I talk about a certain video game and their eeriness, yeah. So I'm not referring to liminal spaces. I'll be putting that in another category, but yeah, I'm talking about open world. Take a look at this picture. Examine it and tell me what's so ominous about it. It just feels nostalgic, sort of. Nostalgia is a sentimentally, if I'm pronouncing that correct, for the past, typically for a period or a place with happy personal associations. So basically, without the fancy British words, it just simply means that it's just a feeling that you want to go back to the past. It's not always like this, it's just something that triggers happy memories from when you were young. A few levels and maps give an example of nostalgic atmosphere, and I'm not talking about liminal space, I'm just going to be talking about the giant, open world it feels like, not the little, cramped up transitional spaces unlike liminal spaces, so. The first one I will be talking about is Level 9, or Moonbase. It's about that Jimmy turns us into this little gremlin thing, and it's pretty relatively normal. That is, until we go outside. Though happy music is blaring in the background, it just feels eerie. And also, with some of the giant structures on this moon base, it triggers a sense of megalophobia, which is the phobia of large things. This is a sub-level, I guess you can say, but this is the Tuscany, a sandbox world. It does seem relatively fun, but there is a sense of just absolute loneliness. The atmosphere just feels odd. There is also a few secrets in this world, but I will split that into another category. There's also a few other examples of this, like Level 14's Home and Level 4's Mine Dive, or whatever it's called. I don't have my Oculus on me, so I can't find footage of any type of eerie music as to what I'm primarily referring to without any type of commentary, but yeah. I will be primarily talking about the BONELAB sandbox levels. Like the picture on the screen comes from Museum Basement. Take a look at the following footage and you'll see what I mean by eerie. You can just hear the eerie music in the background as you explore this very alone area. And it just gives you some type of feeling, a sense of just, I'm sorry that sounded so quirky. I did not mean to sound that freaky. There are more examples of just the overall eeriness with the background music, like that hologram box that I don't know the name of, which this is where the legendary thing came from, yeah. I have been waiting quite a bit to get to this category, because I love my liminal spaces. Basically, according to Google, a liminal space is a transitional threshold area, like a doorway. Like this, and many others. Most also give you a sense of nostalgia. The thing that we talked about earlier. Sorry for the stutter. Almost every BONELAB level has at least one part where it feels like a liminal space. I could flash at least 10 minutes worth of, liminal pictures, but I do not want to waste y'all's time and I want to get this done with. I'm not going to be on no 3-hour rant about, like, oh, why this is so cool, but I do want to point out a few levels that kind of have these characteristics. Level 4, or Mind Dive, starts off in the eerie category with the music. But I put this level in the liminal category mainly because of the hallways. I just wanted to mention this level, even though most of it's just a little ride where you just, like, shoot little animatronics, but yeah. The start of level 5 starts off with a door. We get met with this view whenever we open it.
For me, it started with...
Then we get into a shootout with these omni-projector hazmats or whatever they're called. We also get met with this very nice liminal picture in this level. Honestly, one of my favorites. After doing a bit more stuff around this level, I just want to point out this one part. Now, there's other levels with examples of liminality, but I don't want to take up all y'all's time. Now, don't get me wrong, BONELAB has a lot of secrets, but I want to mainly go over these that invoke a weird sense. Okay. Okay, as I was saying, it is me right now. So we are in Big Bone Bowling in the sandbox. So grab your Nimbus gun, and then on one of these, there's a secret. There's a little ID card right here. So then, you know where you spawn in your bowling ball and you hit it, or you want to know where the ball goes? It goes into these little giant areas right here. But this opens up to something. So we just plug it in. Hold up. Let me actually turn on my real height. Nobody better make Sigma edits on my real height. Boom. Okay, there we go. Okay, so then we go down this deep hole. Then let me just play it. This level right here. So, let's grab our Nimbus gun. When we go down here, get an ID card, but does it lead to anything? Let's go over here. Okay, that ID card's pretty useless. But it is until we get over here. We go all the way back over here, and we see a door. Now, with that ID card, you can't go into it, but we can grab our Nimbus gun, and we can go no-clip through it, and we go into this room, and, well, when we open it, this happens. It is a control room, which is really weird. You can't do anything in this control room. Okay, that wasn't in the script, sorry. Ah, yes, the Tuscany. This is one of my favorite maps to do sandboxes, role plays, and stuff. Yeah. So, we grab our Nimbus gun. There's a little secret. I just want to show y'all how eerie this map really is. It's a huge map, honestly, and it just feels like something you'd see at the Truman Show, right? But it gets really creepy whenever we go and fly all the way to the back of the map over here. So this is a Truman Show reference to that little eerie picture. Just blur it on the screen. Yeah. But when we go all the way over here, there is a stairway, I can't speak. A stairway to heaven. No, a door, okay? So, it's like the Truman Show. This also just seems really eerie itself. But we can't go through this without any type of administration. So we gotta grab our Nimbus gun like always and no clip through it. Then when we get between this door, we open this. That's when we get this astonishing sound. But there's certain levels. A few of them are just regular, like these things, like these little pillars. But there's a very peculiar little area that I want to show y'all. So when we get to the top right here, I'll just click this. For some reason, we get met with this. So we can put something in here, but we don't know what. So I'm going to turn it to heavy and try to open it. But I can't. So that means Nimbus gun. So inside, it's a little lab. It's a really weird lab. And it has whatever these things are, the things from regular show. But this is pretty much it, okay? It's nothing really peculiar. But when we go over here, there's nothing else behind these doors that I know of. Right here. This is a Truman Show reference. Right here. And it is the same Tuscany. They have been watching us. Something has been watching us with this secret. This is creepy. We are being spied on in BONELAB at all times. And the government. This is all I have to offer for BONELAB, the Scariness in BONELAB. This is the start of a little series I'm making. Not a series, but just like a series of games where I talk about like the creepy stuff about them. But yeah. Like, subscribe if you want more. And on the next SVG, I'll be talking about is Gorilla Tag. Probably one of the most popular games on VR, but I will primarily be talking about the older Gorilla Tag, not the newer Gorilla Tag with all the little, just older Gorilla Tag, because it had a lot more eeriness to it. So, yeah, stick out for that. I'll try to make it by tomorrow.